Hey everybody, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark. We have breaking news from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel updating the story of Andre, the gay Venezuelan stylist that the United States and the Donald Trump administration has sent to the torture prison in El Salvador without any due process, claiming that he's a member of the Tren de Aragua gang. We have a new piece of information about why the Trump administration identified Andre as Tren de Aragua. In the filings, we had already discussed the tattoos on his forearms with the two crowns. Supposedly, crown tattoos are associated with Tren de Aragua. Experts say that's not true, but that was one of the pieces of evidence provided. And we've got some new information. It was according to documents reviewed by USA Today. The report... there was a report that identified Andre as Tren de Aragua, and it was signed. These reports have to be signed by an officer. And the person that signed Andre's report testifying that he was Tren de Aragua is a disgraced former Milwaukee cop with very serious credibility issues. His name is Charles Cross Jr. His reputation was, according to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, his reputation was so bad, prosecutors flagged him on a list of police who had been accused of lying, breaking the law, or acting in a way that erodes their credibility to testify in Milwaukee County. He was later fired from his position in Milwaukee after he drove his car into a family home while he was wasted. He was also being investigated at that same time for claiming overtime he hadn't earned. USA Today and Milwaukee Journal Sentinel are trying to get more information on all of that. Essentially, what we got here is a guy that was run out of the Milwaukee Police Corps for questionable behavior, and then he took a job at Core Civic, which is a, private organization that runs many of the immigrant detention centers on behalf of ICE. As one of the private prison contractors, his job actually is identifying Venezuelan migrants as members of Tren de Aragua. So, let's just get this straight. The contractor who's been hired by ICE to identify whether asylees, refugees who are coming into this country are Tren de Aragua is somebody who had previously been run out of a job, allegedly for lying, and also for drunkenly driving his car into a family home. And he was somebody that was on a list, somebody that was not trustworthy as a police officer to testify in cases on behalf of the district attorney, which usually works closely with police officers. So that is bad, I would say. I would say that calls into question his credibility. And it speaks to why we should have fucking due process in this country. We don't just take one random guy's word, a contractor, 62-year-old guy who's contracted with ICE from Milwaukee. Who is this guy? Why is this guy going to be the one-man judge and jury to determine whether somebody is Tren de Aragua? The haphazard nature would be an embarrassing, and it would be a shame. It would be worth outrage and condemnation if the stakes were lower. If this was some other government program, if it was the DMV, was determining who's eligible for various, government subsidies, right? Like a lot of things governments do that, maybe aren't as in ship shape as they should be. But in this case, where the stakes are whether a person has a chance to live free in the United States or whether they are shackled and sent to a foreign prison where they are not allowed to contact their family or friends or lawyers, where they sit 23 hours a day in a cell jam-packed with other gang members, where they lay on a metal slat, where they are tortured and slapped and beaten. How could you possibly be this haphazard? How could you possibly not have other checks and balances in this system? This is despicable what our government has done. The fact that this is, the lead investigator here is this man, Charles Cross, age 62. like who has huge credibility issues. Like, bring this man back. Bring Andre back. Frankly, bring all of them back and put them through a normal process. Okay? Like, this is fundamentally un-American. This is wrong. It's like across all levels. It is morally wrong. It goes against the Constitution. It's also executed like the fucking Keystone Cops. It's like a joke just in the manner in which they acted this out. There is no competency here. There is no empathy. Like, there is no nothing. We've shown you the pictures of Andre, but I want to show you one more time. This is it. This is the guy. This is the guy. Charles Cross Jr. looked at this guy and said, he's Tren de Aragua. He signed for it. Based on his tattoos that are referencing the Three Kings Festival in his hometown in Venezuela. Based on whatever whim came across this disgraced former cop's mind. It is horrific. And once again, I'm asking you, contact your senators, contact your members of Congress. Tell them, we must bring these men home. We must give them due process. We must make sure that this country lives up to the fundamental principles that make this country what it is. If we allow these men to rot in an El Salvador gulag, we are no different from the communists, from the Stalinists, from the fascists. We must bring these men home. This is the latest coming from USA Today and the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Thank you for your reporting. We'll put a link here in the show notes so folks can go read the full story themselves. Everybody else, subscribe to the feed. We will be seeing you soon. Hey, YouTube fam, if you want to support the Bulwark, the best way to do it is by becoming a YouTube Bulwark Plus member. The Bulwark is truly independent. We have no corporate overlords. We're not settling any dumb lawsuits with Trump. By joining, you help support our work, and you can get a bunch of perks right here on this platform. Ad-free content, bonus videos, live streams, and some emojis of me, which I guess some people want. So come join, come hang out, become a Bulwark YouTube Plus member, and I'll be seeing you in the comments. So behave.